So when taking the wheels off this Porsche, I did actually undo the screws and gently prise away the wheels, but it would have been just easier just to get a flat-headed screwdriver behind and just pull them, or really if I should have just yanked on them anyway. But the reason why I didn't, on a model years and years ago, I sort of was a bit gung-ho and pulled, and it did actually shatter part of the wheel, which was a shame. So I tried to do it so that I could, at a later date, maybe put some other wheels on this. But on the axles on the Volkswagen, these are very narrow. So what I need to do is fill that hole in. Now what I've been doing for years and years and years, when I make kits, I keep the sprue bits for reasons like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shape these sections up so that they can be glued in to there. I'm going to heat that as well, and that one, because that's a bit narrow, try and sort of melt it in there and then glue it in and then drill out so that I can then attach it to the axles. And then on the front, they're slightly different. They're smaller, so that section goes in lovely, and there's quite a tight fit. So once I've removed some of the plastic and then glued those in and drilled them out, they'll be perfect, absolutely perfect. So I've successfully put the wheels on, and I'm just sorting out the steering link. So what I did was, there's one screw on the circuit board, lift that off, and then there's 4 screws, and then that takes that piece off, and there's your little servo. So I'm just going to put that back together again, and yeah, we're getting there. I'm really loving the look of this now. So I need to just make an adjustment so that I can put the back wheels in closer. But what I did was exactly what I said before. So I heated up the clear plastic to get that fatter, and then glued that into the wheel, and then this part I glued in to the front ones, and then I used a 3mm drill. Well, first I used a punch, which is there, to get my centre point, which I successfully did on 3, but on the 4th one I messed up, so I had to drill it out and then put a fresh piece in. And yeah, they're nice and true. Don't know whether we can, no, not one-handed. This is not going to work, is it? Or will it? No, it's not going to work, but they're fairly true. I'll show you later. So I've got the front wheels mounted with the tyres. Gonna have to check on the directional. Now, before I mentioned about getting rid of this, but I'm starting to think it looks very much like cow pat. And quite often when you take a show car into a field, yes, there's cow pat. So I think I might just keep it on the tyres, just for a little bit of realism. So the fronts, there's a little bit of off balance there, but to be fair, the originals weren't exactly totally right either. So on the rear axle, I drilled out some more, because you saw that they were quite wide, and pushed it in, and it was just not, I still need to take some of this metal off here. Now, I'd gone so far with the drill that I'd popped through on the that what would be a cap, I think, on the rear wheel. So yeah, it's a little bit of paint and filler and all that lot, and hopefully that'll sort that out. So now I'm going to cut these back and see whether that gets it a little bit better.